Hello everyone and welcome to another Verbling class. Today's class is Describe What You See. Sorry the room is rolling around here, but I've hurt my back, so I need to stand, and in order to do that I need to create a makeshift stand for the monitor. There we go, that's better. All right, so Describe What You See is all about adjectives. It's providing detail. When we first learn a language, we learn very basic sentences such as, well, I'm looking out the window and I see a house. Well, what kind of house is that? See that show? Here we go. You can see a house. Is it a big house? Is it a small house? Is it a brick house? What color brick is it? Is it a red brick house? Oh, here comes everybody. Niels, welcome. Let me guess, you can't hear me. I bet you have to restart the browser connection again.
I can hear you this time. I can hear you very well.
Excellent. Hold on, let me turn the light on. Let's see if that makes a difference, or will that be too much light? Let me stand here and it'll look like I'm an angel.
Yeah.
There we go. Right. No, it's too bright. All right.
So,
welcome, Niels and Amp. Hello, Amp. How are you?
Hi, teacher. Doing well, thank you. What about you?
I'm doing good. I haven't seen you for about a week. Have you been keeping busy?
Yes, the day on Friday when you have the class, I went to the cinema. That's why I missed your class.
That sounds better, I think. Well, awesome. Guys, I'm so glad you could make it here. This is a fun class. Niels is a private student of mine, and we do this a lot. Niels, why is this class useful? Why is it important?
I think it's a good way to try to speak about something, and especially to try to describe a picture. You have to use words which you are not normally are using. If you just talk about ordinary stuff, then you will just just using the same words. But now when you are presented for some new picture, you really have to find words for it.
Yeah, quite often when you guys are speaking, you're thinking, oh, what is that word? I know it in my language. How do I say that in English? And one of the purposes of this class is to put images in front of you and help that creative process, help your memory, force you to think, force you to pull those English words that you've heard out of your memory and into your vocal subroutines within your brain. So what I do is I have a selection of strange images to artistic images, a rather large variety of them. Now, some of them you may have seen before, but I use a similar pool of images, although I do update them frequently. Because the first time you might have described an image, you would have most likely described it differently than you would a second time. And I have updated my list for you guys today. So, there we go. So, oh, good, we've got German as well. Hello, German. Welcome, sir.
Hi, Simon. How are you? It's nice to see you.
I'm hurting. I've really buggered up my back. So, but other than that, that's why I'm standing, not sitting today.
Okay.
But I'm happy to be here with you guys. I love, honestly, teaching is something I really enjoy, and I got some of my favorite students here. So welcome. Georgina, I haven't had you in my class before. Where are you from?
Hi. This is the first class with you, actually. I'm from Brazil, but I live in the United States, in Florida.
Florida, yeah, that's almost as hot as Brazil.
Yes, it is. The weather is almost the same. The only difference from my city is because in my city in Brazil is very dry and Florida is very wet.
Yeah, Florida is very wet. I personally think South America is beautiful. I was watching a Top Gear special, I think it was at Christmas, and they drove through Brazil and Chile, and it was amazing. Just I saw it in high def, and the beauty of those two countries of South America is just, it's jaw-dropping. Well, welcome to class, Georgina. It's good to have you here. And who else has joined us?
Thanks
I've
so
already
much.
said hello to Amp and Adela. Hello, Adela.
Hello, Simon. How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you for making it here. Okay, guys, so what are the rules of this class? Now, I know most of you have attended before, but let me give a quick refresher for those that are following later and Georgina. I will start off by giving each of you a minute. In that minute, I want you to describe the image that I show you with as much detail as you can. As I was discussing the beginning of class, we can see out my window here there's a house. Now, there's a house out my window. If I didn't show it to you, you would have no idea what kind of house it is. Is it big? Is it small? Is it made of brick? Is it made of a red brick? Is it an old red brick, or is it a new modern house, right? The roof, what is it made out of? Are they made of tiles? They're made of brown tiles. In fact, they're made of brown tiles that are falling apart. So the key point that I'm trying to illustrate here is the more detail we provide, the less questions we have to ask, the more we communicate. So in order to do this, I need to share out the screen. We will start with Niels, and Niels, you'll have a minute. And let's see, here's a, hold on a minute. So we have this image here. Niels, you've got a minute starting now, if you could describe that image, please.
Yeah, I see an image of a flower bed, red flowers. It looks like the flowers you have in England in November when you are memorizing the First World War. I can't quite remember the name. Puppet, I think it is.
Yes.
And it's summer. You have blue sky, a bit of cloud in the sky behind the flower bed, and you can see the petals of all the flowers. Some of them are not yet flourishing, but they are going to in a couple of days. And the only thing you can see actually will be those special type of flowers, and then the blue sky. That's what I.
Good. You've got a few seconds left, and with that, the only thing missing out is you could describe this tall, slender stems.
Yes,
and of course the clouds.
Quite tall and a green stem.
Okay. Thank you. By the way, guys, that's the timer. I'm now using a clock, so that way when we hit our time, everybody knows, and we can move on. So thank you very much, Niels. That was very good. All right, German, let me pick an image for you.
Teacher, a question. How will you call the flower that is not open yet?
It's a flower bud.
Bud, okay, thank you.
All right, and what I suggest, guys, if it's not your turn and you have questions, go ahead and type them in the chat area, and I'll respond while other students are speaking, so that way it doesn't take away from somebody else's time. Oh, look at this image here. German.
Oh, it's a hard one. We can see a bird, a huge bird, I think. The color is colorful. The background is without degradation, without degradee. I don't know if the word is correct, but it's a weird color, a mix between green and blue, and in the upper is maybe more black. The bird has different colors, for example, red in the bottom, blue in the body, in the central body, a little of yellow. Is like a fly. It's like he's flying. He's flying to the background. We cannot see the face. I don't know what
Thank you.
else to say.
So for all you guys are going to be describing color. Other words to describe color, for example, the richness of color is saturation. Right? If something is very highly saturated, that means it's very, very bright. The reds are very, very strong. They're not faded. Hue is a color. So, for example, we may have many hues of blue, many different shades of blue. All right, Georgina, it's your turn. Let me find you an image here. Oh, yeah, let's do that one. All right, Georgina, you've got a minute. Go ahead, please.
The same picture? Excuse me?
That picture, the one right on the screen there.
The bird.
That's not a bird. No, it's well, I don't want to describe it. I've changed the image for you. Can you not see the other image?
I'm not seeing.
Okay, well, time's ticking, so why don't you describe what you see then? You want to describe what you see? Okay, let's move on to AMP then. I'm not sure, maybe we're having technical problems. AMP, could you describe the image you see there, please?
Okay, in this picture we have a guy that it probably is working in a zoo, and the animal that is holding in his hands it's similar to a guinea pig, but it's bigger, or because the image is too close. And this is a furry animal with small eyes and have like a big tooth. I cannot see, and small ears, and it's whiskers, whiskers,
Whiskers.
whiskers, whiskers, long whiskers, and it seems that the man that is holding the animal is wearing a uniform.
Thank you. All right. Let me pick up the next image here. I want to get some of the new ones in here. So many images. All right. All right, Georgina, can you see that image?
Yes, I can.
Okay, go ahead, please.
I see an image. It's a long table with decoration in a natural place. So I can see the green surrounding this table. I see many flowers on the table and drinks. And I see that it's a sunny day, and I see lots of sunlight, and I see the table and the seats are wooden. So I see a rustic scenery. I see a tree behind this table, and I can notice that the tree looks like to be very old.
Thank you. Yeah, you got to keep it to a minute each, guys, or not everybody has the same amount of time, so I'm very strict on that time. All right, thank you very much. All right, so next we have AMP, and AMP, let me pick you an image here, and yeah, how about this one here? Go ahead, please.
Sorry, Ant or Adela? Yeah, I don't.
AMP?
Oh.
AMP, are you there?
Yes, but I already described it. This is Adela's turn.
Yes, that's right. Sorry, my brain, I'm losing my brain. That's right, because Georgina, we couldn't hear her. I went to you and then went back to Georgina. All right, so Adela, it is your turn. That's why you were asking me. Go ahead, please.
Okay. This is a crowded picture, very, very crowded, because I don't know if it's a lake or a swimming pool, but I suppose under this people are water because I don't see the water because are very are together one and one, and they are a lot of colors. It is a colorful picture because each one have a role to um, swim on the finish.
Thank you very much, Adela. Yeah, very colorful image. I think it's terrific. All right, so now we're back over to Niels. Now, Niels, I'm going to give you a really strange one.
Yeah, this one is a photograph where somebody has just manipulated the picture using some computer program. You see a man, and on his nose and his upper lips, there's one of these things you are using when you are putting clothes for drying. It might be called a peg or a clips, I'm not quite sure of the word. It's a man, he has bare shoulders and arms, curly hair, and his face is completely hidden by this peculiar peg. It looks like he's holding it with his hand, but he isn't, so the person who has manipulated the picture has not been very good at the job. Behind him you can see a house. It's either a window or a door, it's not possible to tell. And there's a tree behind him as well. It could be somewhere in...
Thank you very much, Niels. Very well done. I loved your commentary about how it wasn't a very well done image. Excellent. All right, German, it's your turn next. Just to let you guys know, we're on round 2. So again, I'm giving everybody another minute. And next round, I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes. So I just want to warm you up, give you a minute, see how effective you can be with 1 minute, and then I'll give you more. So German, let me get you your image. There we go.
Okay. In the center of the image, we can see a tree. It's like an island. The water is very clean and brighting. The sky is with a lot of clouds. Some of them are white and others are black, I think. The weather is not so good. Near to the tree, there is a bird flying, a black bird, maybe a big one, because the image is far, the focus is far, and the bird is very big in the image. In the right bottom corner, there is a rock or maybe earth or ground, I don't know, is with green algae. And
Thank you very much, German. Just give me a second here, German. Can you say the word far?
far,
Excellent. And bird.
bird.
Excellent. Much better. Thank you, sir. I was just helping you with a
Thanks.
bit of pronunciation, I heard. All right, Georgina, it's your turn next, and you might have an idea of what image you're going to get. So here's your image. You have 1 minute. Describe the image. And what we're going to do in the next round, I'm going to ask you guys to describe how the image makes you feel. So feel free to tell us as much as you want what you actually literally see or what the image makes you feel. Again, either way, be as descriptive as you can. Go ahead, please, Georgina.
I see a dog, and he looks very interested and curious with these bubbles, and he looks comfortable. He looks that he's enjoying. So these bubbles are enjoyable for him. And I see that this dog is yellow, cream color, and he looks like in peace. So I see peaceful, and I see the green behind. So he's in some, he's in the nature, and he's amused, and he seems innocent.
Thank you very much. I know that we all have different screens and colors look different for each of us. So that color, yes, is yellow. It could also be considered golden as well, right?
Ah, okay. Golden?
Golden, like that might actually be a golden retriever. So
yes,
as you see from what I typed in the group
retriever.
chat, and I'll do this for everybody if I hear something, you start off by saying, I see a dog, and I thought, well, that's great, but think of this too. I see a dog, or I see a golden-colored large dog. And it's hard because you've only got a minute, and you're thinking, what can I say? And I know it isn't easy, but do your best to see what else you can put into a sentence. Try to make your sentences longer. And maybe what I suggest, guys, instead of just trying to fit in as many words as you can, take a pause, look at it, and then think, how can I make this sentence better? And here's what I'm going to do. So we can see there's a picture of a dog with bubbles around it, and you can see the next image here. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go from this image to this image to this image so you guys can see what's coming next. So it gives you a bit more time to think. However, I want you to, it is important that you listen to other students because you'll learn new words as well, okay? So that being said, next up, it's Amp. Go ahead, please.
I'm still seeing the dog.
Okay, describe the dog then.
Okay, this is a golden retriever dog, a big one. It looks a little old. Oops, it changed to the landscape. And in the middle of the landscape, we have a isolated tree that is pretty green, and around is just grass. And the background we can see a small hill. That day is a sunny day. The sky is colorful, different mixtures of blue, light blue, and turquoise color, and also we can see white clouds.
Thank you very much. All right, so apparently some of you are getting a bit of a delay from Google. I'm not sure why. So Adela, what image do you see? Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong image here. What image do you see now, Adela?
I see the bird.
All right, well, why don't, I know we've already done this, but why don't you give it a shot at the bird? You've got a minute. Go ahead, please, Adela.
Okay, it's an image of the bird, I suppose, because I only see the wings, and they are a very colorful image, but only in colors about blues and greens, and more or less has a colors very close. Only reflects the different the red and in the on the center has a difference to see an agreeable feeling for this color. I suppose a tropical bird, maybe live in Costa Rica or same.
Thank you very much. All right, so now we're going to give you guys 2 minutes. I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes, and I'm going to try something a little different this time. I'm going to try and show you guys a video. This may bomb. It may not work well at all because I'm going to. There's a delay, right? So I don't know if it'll work. So I'm going to show a video, and then I'll start the timer. Niels, are you there?
I'm here, yes.
All right, so let's try this and see how well it works. I got to turn off screen share. All right, so let's bring this up here. All right, so I'm just going to show you an image.
I see a dark screen. Now it comes, yes. I see a boy. It could be your boy. A small boy.
Just watch it first.
Oh, yeah.
Because I haven't started the timer yet. Okay, so we see a little boy there. So what I'm going to do now, Niels, now that you can't see the image, is I'm going to give you 2 minutes to describe it. Now remember, the focus of these 2 minutes is not necessarily the details of what you saw. You can describe that, but it's more of what it makes you feel or what memories does it bring back. I want you to tell us more of the meaning behind what you see. Read into it a bit more. Does that make sense?
Yes, but it's quite difficult to do so, I'm afraid. I'll still try.
Yes, it is more of a challenge. So what I'm getting you to try and do, I'm using the video as a way to, sorry, phone's going here. Let me hang up. Turn it off. There we go. Probably just somebody trying to sell me on something. All right, so we're using the video to have us, it's kind of like a psychologist, right? They'll say, what does this look like? So we're using the image to conjure up memories of the past or of something else that you've seen before and to describe with as much detail as you can that item that it reminds you of. So I'll give you 2 minutes, Niels. Go ahead, starting now.
Yes, we saw a small boy crawling on a lawn. He's not more than 8-10 months old. It might be your child, and as a matter of fact, he was just crawling, so he is not able to walk yet. And that was, in fact, the only thing you could see on the movie, this small boy crawling along. And the memories I remember were that when I've got 2 sons, and I remember the way they were crawling on our lawn years ago. The oldest one is quite old now and is 43. The youngest one would be 33 or 34. So I have some memories of this. The lawn is it's taken recently because it's a lawn how it looks like after a long winter. So the lawn, the grass is not completely nice and growing not very well yet, but in a month or 2 it will just look completely different, providing you will cut and mow the lawn, of course. It needs to be in 2 weeks' time. You must mow the lawn, I suppose. And the boy is still crawling and crawling. He is just, it's a dark-haired boy with the dresses, some white, I don't know what you would call this type of clothes. It's normal type for a boy in the age of 8 or 9 months. Now he's sitting up, watching, looking around, what's going on. He can't see much. and is not looking on the photograph, on the person taking the photograph.
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, and what I might say, if it was my child, I might say this reminds me of when I was a young child, and I wanted to go everywhere. I wanted to explore everything, and you know, I love to travel. I love to explore still to today. So you can be as imaginative as you can. I'm not trying to tell you guys this is the only way to do it. I'm going to show you something, and then I want you to tell me everything you can about it, or how it makes you feel, or what you remember. I'm having trouble with my words today, but I'm using the image in the video as a way to get you to tell me more of what's on your mind or what you're thinking in relation to that image. All right, so German, you're up next, and well, I'll show you a very similar image, and then we're going to go for something strange after this. So let's take a look at the image first. All right, so you've got 2 minutes, German. Go ahead, starting now.
Okay, this video is about a little boy who is not able to walk. He is in a landscape with a lot of lawn in a sunny day. Probably the video is recorded by his father or mother to have a memories of the childhood of the little boy. The video started near to the baby's car for transport that you use to transport to carry on babies. This kind of video reminds me maybe a happy family with a lot of love to the children and the boy to the parents. I think it's a good family because they took the children to be close to the nature, to be in touch with the nature. So the little boy can learn about the atmosphere, to be in an open space, to feel the air, to feel the sun, the sky, and maybe in this kind of situation you can learn to walk because the nature puts you to go through the obstacles that are in the ground.
Obstacles?
Obstacles, yeah, in the ground. And the boy seems to be happy with the situation. Of course, when we are little, we enjoy to go to outside and play. And of course,
Thank you very much, German. Appreciate it. All right, Georgina, I don't have a video for you, but I'm going to show you an image, and I want you to, well, I'll give you 2 minutes to describe what you either see or what it makes you think about. Sorry,
Okay.
I'm not used to it. It's like working with a mirror here. Can you see that? It doesn't show up very well. It's too dark. Let me find something.
It
There we
is a
go.
fish.
Yeah, but this is a little bit easier to...
It is a fish, right?
It is a fish, yes.
Okay.
So what does that fish make you think? Do you have any memories of fishing?
I see an image. When I see a fish in the image, I just think about the nature, and especially in this case, the aquatic life. I see that we have wild range of species in our oceans and rivers and lakes, and we can find all species, for example, in all sizes and different colors, and with different roles in the ecosystem. And I can imagine how is rich the biodiversity of the ocean and rivers, as I said before. And I imagine how we have to preserve all this nature, and how it is important, even though we are having this huge progress with technology and everything else, but we cannot allow the pollution of our oceans, our rivers, our forests, and I see the importance of the environment, and the humankind needs to be aware about the importance of our animals, our plants, our planet.
Thank you so much, Georgina. That was brilliant. Well done.
Thanks so much.
All right. Before we go to Adela, do any of you know how to share your screen or share an image? Do you guys know how to do that? Anyone?
Yeah, with the green button.
Right, good. So what I want you to do, German, is I want you to find an image on the internet, something that is certainly something we can broadcast to family people. And I want you to show that to me, and then I want to give you guys an example of how I would describe an image, okay? But before I do that, I want Adela to look at this image. Let's see if I go go this way. Can you see this?
I think.
Showing up very well. Oh, now the phone's gone blank. All right, you know, I'm going to have to go back to the other view because I was trying to do something different and it didn't work. So let's go back to these images here. So I'll show you, I'll show you this one here. So take a look at that for a minute. All right, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the image away. And you've got 2 minutes if you want to describe what that image makes you think about or feel or anything else about
it. For me, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 minutes.
It's a strange structure, a metallic structure on the sea, on the coast. Maybe unuse that for enjoy, but for me is not agreeable picture. Is the feeling is not so good because it's a very strange structure in a sea. In the nature, artificial and natural, two different things, two different materials. For me, is same, maybe same. The dirty, the structure, the residues, not renewable in a sea, and the sea is with a lot of residues, pollution, and maybe this material is not so good to use in a natural thing. Maybe it's to join, but I think the materials need to has according to the
Thank you, Adela. All right, German, if you want to share that image that you found. And what I'm going to do, guys, I'm only going to take a minute, and I'm going to do the best that I can to describe it. I want you guys to hear me and how well I do. All right, so German, when you're ready. And guys, what you need to do once German shares that out, just click on his image at the bottom of the screen. And you'll see the image. And in this image, we see a dog, a brown, light brown dog with soft white paws, sitting on top of a rock that is high up, high above a valley that appears to be growing rice in the slopes, on the hills, on the mountainsides. We see the grass, which has a very, very sort of a light green to yellow, indicating that it's well into summer, or maybe it's heading towards fall. We see a village or a city. It's hard to say because we only see part of it, but it's on the western side of the image here. We see it sort of midway down. It's a hot climate. We can tell that because we can see the heavy moisture in the air, the humidity, and we can see that through the bluishness of the background of the image. And so there's a little bit more to it, but that's essentially my minute up right there. So thank you very much, German, for that. All right, guys. Well, let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got plenty of time to do some more descriptive images. I want to give you guys each a minute, only this time what I want you to do is I want you to tell me what the image makes you think about. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you see the image?
Teacher, I didn't describe the second time.
You didn't?
No. Just skip
Thank you for telling me. I don't know why I skipped you. I guess I'm just a mean, nasty teacher. How could I do that? All right. Give me a second. You know, I guess I've had a very, very long day, and maybe I'm tired. I don't know why I would forget somebody. It's very bad of me. All right. Okay, I've got an image here. So you do have 2 minutes. And let me just share it out. There you go.
Okay. This image is in the middle of in a city in Europe because of the old buildings, the architecture that is around the square, and it's a square with a big fountain and a lot of people walking around in the big square. In the background, there is a tall monument. It seems like in the top is the shape of a woman, and there is the old buildings in the background. It's also with light colors, the same structure, all of them, not too tall. And in the right side, it seems a construction like with a big post with pillars, like the ancient construction, the Colosseum or the temples in the time before. And around the square is is big avenue with some trees that looks like they're a little empty. It's like they are not full of green leaves, but they still have some leaves on it. At the day is that clear sky. We can see a clear sky, no clouds on it. and the palace or the,
Thank you very much. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do now is stop. Quiet phone. What I'm going to do now is give you each a minute, and I'm going to show you an image. In this case, I'll go to the next one, and let's see. We'll use this one here. And Niels, you're up next. I'll give you a minute, and what I want you to do is I want you to not describe the image, but tell us the first thing the image makes you think about, okay? So we're looking for you to describe something that the image triggers. So Niels, go ahead, please.
Yes. The first thing which come to my mind will be Paris, Tour Eiffel, darkness, big city, lights, metal construction. It's quite easy to see what it is because everybody know the Eiffel Tower, and you think about tourists in Paris and this tower which lights on it so it can be seen all over during the night.
Anything else?
You can see that in the sky there will be clouds, so you are thinking about darkness in a way. That's what I don't think I can see. I could of course describe what's on the image, but that's not so interesting.
No, actually, I'm more interested in you telling me what memories or what this image makes you think about instead of describing it precisely in detail. So German, you're up next, and I'm going to show you an image, and what I want you to do is I want you to tell me what you think about when you see this image. Go ahead, please.
Okay, this is an image about politicians. This kind of image remember me the situation in my country. We are experiencing a hard situation with corruption and employed. Yesterday, the president changed the ministers, about 8 ministers, because they have to change the situation for nowadays and try to improve our country, because in the past we are growing very fast, but now we are a little quiet. No so developing so fast. The economy is not so good. And we need to try to solve the corruption situation.
All right, thank you very much. All right, let's see next. Oh, here we go. That was very well done, by the way. All right, so Georgina, we have an image here. When you see this image, what comes to mind? What do you think about?
When I see that image, the first thought runs through my mind is the innocence of the children, how we need to grow up, but to try, even though being and acting as adults and having many compromise and responsibilities, but we have to keep some of that innocence. So I can see that I can see the eyes, the how this child is looking at the world, and I think that children have the capacity of get the beauty of the world.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right. Let's see. Let's image next. Niels, we did that one before. I think that's a funny image. Yeah, okay. You know, this. I don't know what this could make you think about, but I'm curious to try and find out. All right. So, Amp, I don't forget you this time. You've got a minute. Go ahead. What does this image make you think about?
Oh, well, with this image, I just remember the condor that is the animal that is on our badge of our country, and it's the bigger animal that is in danger. And if you have, there are some species nowadays, and the state is trying to protect themselves, to protect them, to don't be attacked for just people that try to have an species that is um, it's weird to see nowadays. It's a big animal, and this animal just represent all the courage that our ancestors had to fight against our conquerors. And yeah, this animal it's not exactly, but it's very similar. Uh,
Thank you very much. All right, Della, you're next, and let me see if I can find an image here. Let's go way down here. Oh, here we go. So you've got a minute, Della. Go ahead, please.
This is a child. Looks like very happy. Maybe they see to the camera. The camera is your father that take a photo. This is a comfortable situation for him. Maybe the sensation for me looks like a picture very agreeable, adorable, charming, friendly. Is I remember no when my daughter has these moments. For example, in
Della, thank you so much. I really wish I could just have an hour with each one of you guys and be able to have a conversation. It's tough when we've got a class, I could just hear you tell me, these stories about your young daughter and all that stuff. It sounds amazing. All right, so I'm trying to find a different image here, and oh yeah, here's an interesting one. We've got time to do another round, so let's do that. Niels, I'll start with you. You've got a minute. I know you've seen this image before, but let's see how much more descriptive you can be taking a look a second time. So go ahead, Niels.
Yes, I would say this is a picture which you could find on an art exhibition because it's not about a real thing happening. It's three people dressed in office dresses, formal dresses. A woman wearing high heels and a sort of black dress, and two men, one with wearing an ordinary suit, and another one has no jacket, just white shirt. But the point is they're all laying down with their heads hidden in the sand, just like an ostrich who's trying to hide itself. And it's just that they've just been put there from taken away from their office and then put where in the desert just to hide with their head hidden in the sand. You can see in the background there might be a mountain or a hill, but I think the meaning of the photo is just that.
Thank you very much. All right, now let's go to German. If you could describe this image, please, or what? No, sorry, what comes to mind when you see this image?
Okay. This is a lovely image between a dog and a little boy. This kind of image reminds me the relationship between the dog, the best friend of the man, and the boy is touching the mouth of the dog, and they seems to be very happy. This kind of situation reminds me also the importance of to be in touch with animals because the earth is full of animals. This is a huge pet, but it's very quiet. It's a very nice dog, and even this dog can protect the child, and of course they spent a lot of great time together. I remember when I was a child and I have a dog.
Thank you so much for that. All right, next we have Georgina. If you could describe this image, please, go ahead.
The same image?
Sure.
Okay. So when I see a photograph or picture with a dog and a child, I can see that the importance of teaching the children that they have to respect the animals, and if they can learn to get along with animals, and in this case with a dog, I believe that can grow up and be a better person, because they can respect and they can love an animal that totally depends on the person. And I think that they can value the relation friend when they
Thank
get
you.
together. Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I was on mute, so you didn't hear the buzzer. All right,
Yes,
Amp.
I sorry. I couldn't see this picture. I was seeing the dog and the child.
Amp, go ahead, please.
Well, this is a very famous uh, place that is the Brandenburger Door, and is an ancient construction architecture. Oops. No. Now I'm watching just people covering with umbrellas under the rain. There are different color, uh, colorful umbrellas. One is with the flag of one. I think it's Scotland or something. Uh, Country, and the other one of the people doesn't have an umbrella, but it's just covering with a red piece of cloth. Probably he wasn't prepared for the rain.
Thank you very much. All right, next, our last, I say, Adela, go ahead, please.
This is a city. This is a very big city with a lot of bridge. I think a big river. The sensation is I see the Eiffel Tower. I think is the Sena, and it's a picture about night. They represent the love, the people walk on the right. I don't remember. This avenue, the Champs Elysees, I think, and this is a flat boat that sail on the river.
Thank you, Adela. Well, guys, you've done a good job tonight. I wish I had more time. I really encourage, for those of you that aren't taking private lessons, consider taking private lessons, because then it's all about me and you. We don't have other students in the class. I can just focus on you. You can talk as long as you need to, and we can also explore other subjects. Niels is one of my students, and we sometimes spend a whole class just talking about what's going on in the world or elections, and other classes just focusing on describe what you see. So consider that. You can always try a 30-minute trial with me, but if that's something you're interested in, go to my teacher page and you guys can book a lesson. But I do thank you for coming by here tonight. I do appreciate each and every one of you coming to class. Sometimes I'm a little short and I cut things off, but I only do that as a respect for your time so I can give you guys as much talk time as possible. I have another class tomorrow night at the same time, and I may have another class on Friday. I'm not sure yet. I'm just trying to see how my time goes. But I do plan on adding some more classes shortly. Any questions before we end today's class? Any at all? Oh, I'm still screen sharing. How rude of me. Sorry about that. All right.
Bye.
If there's no questions, guys, have yourself a good night, good morning, and good day, and I'll see you again sometime.
Yes, teacher.
You're very welcome,
Thank you.
Georgina.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye, German. See ya, Am.
Bye bye.
Georgina. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.